elevation, consciously keeping high vibrational love frequencies on the planet abundantly. Because we real G's know elevation is the way to grow exponentially, abundantly. Can you feel me? Now let's get into this. Now today I want to talk to you guys about why duality requires us to be balanced in reality, And as we can all see, how living an imbalanced life causes a whole lot of chaos on the planet for our lives now, And we know that dark cannot exist without light, and light cannot exist without dark, right? From a dual point of view, And once we have an imbalance of negativity or positivity, meaning that if someone chooses to live in negative states and does not have positive states onto themselves, they can create a lot of chaos in their lives and in other people's life. And if one lives in positive states and does not incorporate negative states, that there is also an imbalance in their life, because negative states will only give you negative outcomes, and positive states will only give you positive outcomes. But if there is no balance between the two, what you will happen is that you'll have an imbalance where some live in negativity, and those who live in positivity will ultimately will be continuously giving positive, and the other side will be continuously giving of negative states. And you will see that causing a distortion in reality, in the sense that you'll have human beings who living in positive states, and you have human beings living in negative states. But one will try to outsmart the other now. And it is for this that duality requires us to be balanced in reality, And some of the things that negative states, as you can see it rampant on the planet so much that some of humanity don't even know that they're living in negativity. They think it's a normal thing to be a certain way, to act a certain way, for certain things to go on around them and be comfortable with those having those things go on around them now, and being in a positive state can also affect some of humanity who live in that state, because these human beings try to fix those who are living in negative states or low vibrational frequencies, and end up being the ones pulled down into that negative state if they're not awake and aware of themselves, while trying to fix somebody else. Now I can talk about this because I have been exposed to this so many times in my life that now being balanced in myself and knowing both negative and positive aspects of my life has bring me to a space where I can truly understand myself and why it is I couldn't just live in positive states only, channeling through this or navigating this reality, you know, and I had to incorporate negative traits to bring balance to my life, you know, because I can tell you this, being positive onto yourself is a real good thing because you attract everything that is positive onto you. It is self-love. It is being grateful for the essence of life that is you now, and living those positive states onto you. But if you're in a space where negativity is being projected at to you and you don't know how to respond, because it can give you positive energy to negativity, which now drained from your energy and either bring you into depression or bring in beautiful souls that and are balanced within ourselves, know that we in balance in reality, Yesterday I said something and I the message that you know when we stop giving consent to things that are not good for us, and we not when, yes when, because some humanity had to wake up to the strength. When we stop giving consent to things that does not serve our life, emotions that does not serve our life, people that does not serve our life, and stop thinking that it is okay to have murderers, manipulators, rapists, abusers, infiltrate our life and say no to these things, and stand up in a way that is not reactive, but we say no to, you know, and speak our authentic truth against it. Now we start to combat the negativity because we can see from our shadow what staying in one state of duality has caused for us as a collective now, not rendering onto ourselves positivity that we have to give ourselves now. And it is in this now that duality is now balanced. You know, I have a way about myself now, if I see something is not right, or I see somebody who's not doing something, somebody who's not doing something right, or somebody's emotional state that is out of balance, you know, I don't engage in having friendships and relationships with people like that, because I have learned my lesson from trying to be a positive impact, externalizing my power to people who just want to use my energy for their gain, and we, the collective, have come to this conclusion that we speak against everything that does not serve our lives now. You know, I'll give you an example of what I mean now. You know, some people know people that do shit with their life now and condone that shit now and say, well, that's just how he or she is now. And these young people doesn't want you to speak against the people that are doing shit with their life, and because they don't want them to feel a certain way or lose them now, you know. Because of this, you find that these people who they cover up the negativity tends to get worse, and as if it is, you know, where I have condoned negative emotion, negative displays of anger, negative ways of being in relationships now, and condone it because I didn't want to lose the person. One, two, I didn't want to be alone. Three, and I didn't want my community, my friends, or people who know of the relationship that I had with the individual to be toxic or negative now. So what I did was cover it up and make it seem positive onto others now. And this is the problem we having right now. Now, we hide who people are and try to put a plaster on it by saying good things about them when they're not. And instead of speaking our truth and saying, hey, this person is like this or this person is like that, or whatever the case may be, to now expose them to the truth of who they are, and not cover their negativity, you know. You can see this all up in the media, where they put out movies, songs, where celebrity say things that seem confident, but it's negative as fuck. And we who can hear and see and feel and take from what they are spewing out in reality, need to expose these negativity. And is in this present moment, humanity is waking up to that truth now to expose all the negativity. Because if we continuously see what it is it has been doing for our lives, you know, we the ones who are awake and aware of it must be authentic and speak the truth for our life now. You know, I have reached in a state of my life where somebody asks me something about someone, I stop covering up who they are when I know they are not that in reality. So I start to speak the truth. I start to say what I see and how I feel. And if I'm in a conversation with someone and I'm listening to their words and hearing what they're saying is negative, I speak openly and combat the negativity with my truth. You know, and this is what duality requires us to be, and why we have to be balanced in reality. For far too long, we have been living our lives covering up all the rape, all the murders, all the psychopaths, all the sociopaths, all the narcissism. For far too long, we have been sitting down and watching it play out around us. So much now that there's one in every generational timeline, and we have to nip this in the butt in every present moment now. And it begins with us, the parents, not condoning negativity as a thing to be normal for our lives now. You know, over the years I've been growing up, you know, I have noticed a lot of things with the parenting now. You know, when a child is negative and doing things that are destructive and not correcting that child and letting them know that that is not a good thing to harbor in the life now. Rather, they sit and they watch it and they laugh, or they say things like, it's just a child. But it is when we as parents bypass the things that may become destructive further down the road, and you can't control what it is they condone early. Well, it's spewing another, just allowing another generation to grow negatively. You. So I say to you today, beautiful souls, because combating negativity starts in our home, and it starts with us being balanced within ourselves. and teaching our future generation what is positive unto themselves, and how to stand firm in boundaries against negativity. Because we have some negative fuckers out here. Real negative, and they know how to fake, how to mimic our positive emotions so they can get into our space. But I say to you today, beautiful soul, because we have discernment and we can feel into their energy, we can hear what they are not saying to us behind the negativity. We can see by the fruits that they bring to reality. We can see the fruits of their labor. We can see their actions, and engage it responsibly, authentically, without having to react, but respond in a way that says, we're not having that in here. We're not having that in our lives. And we choose to not engage in anything that is negative in our life. And this is what duality requires us to be. Why duality requires us to be balanced in our life? Because we have been allowing the dark aspects or the lower vibrations to infiltrate life, trying to blend out the beauty that life or light or reality co-created for our life. Our Father, Mother, God, Source, creation created for our life. And it is in this we must live balance in reality for our life. Because if this keep going on, then there will be no space for humanity to grow. Yesterday I was taking in a very lovely gentleman by the name of Mark, but I can't remember his last name right now. I'm now getting acquainted with his channel, and he was talking about relationships with men and women, and he was saying how for a man to get a woman, he must be able to take pictures of this woman so she could post it up about herself, and vice versa, and when I sat and when I look at the message that was being sent, all it only showed me was that people just want attention to themselves, and by any cost or any given means to get it, and losing respect for themselves. In a negative way, that doesn't have no meaning to life, that doesn't say to a man or woman, hey, I have integrity with myself and I choose to live what is beautiful, what is humane, what is authentic with myself now, And this is what balance in duality means, living in reality. It is purposely authentically, unapologetically standing up for ourselves and not accepting a negative reality that was being built for ourselves now by politicians, by wars, by racism, by religion. You know, the things that keep us separated from each other and not understanding that being in balance and not knowing who we are can either cause chaos and disaster if we continuously harbor positive states only or negative states only. So I say to you today, beautiful souls, because people like this love and light, love and light, love and light, love and light. And yes, there's love and light, but there is the brutal truth. And if one cannot live in a duality balance, there will always be a chaos to that truth, you know. And it is the reason why it is AI is being promoted, you know, because when you come to meditate on this, you know, you can see in negative states how human beings will not choose to be human beings now because of the pain that being in negative states or the pain of being in positive states only will attract them to now being a cyborg with no feelings now, you know. So this message today is for humanity to check themselves now, you know, because I'm full check and nobody not coming around me to project the negativity and have me be okay with that now. No, I remain true and authentic to myself because duality requires me to be balanced within myself and I will have it no other way, you know. So I say to you today, beautiful souls, as I come to the end of this live and channel this wonderful message for you today, to live in duality, positive and negative mutually, so you can take from both sides when you need to be authentic with those who choose to live in negativity. I hope this message has meant so much to each and every one of you viewing it and to deeply meditate on what is really going on in reality and why it is negativity is purposely trying to distract balance in reality. I am infinite elevation, consciously keeping high vibrational love frequencies alive on the planet abundantly. Because we real G's, yes, we real gods. No, elevation is the way to grow and combat the states of being positive alone or negative alone, and bring balance authentically within ourselves as we use our dual states, balance in reality, to combat what does not serve our humanity, and stand up collectively to the people, places, circumstances that is trying to make duality a negative state, to push out our greatness, which is being balanced human beings living reality. Once again, I am infinite elevation, raising the frequency on the planet each and every day of my life, and living the truth of who I am, and empowering you beautiful empaths and the ones who are awakening to the truth of who they are. I love all of you. High vibrational 5D New Earth stars. To have a beautiful, spectacular, awesome, magical, wonderful, amazing day. Just as you are filled with beautiful with beautiful exponential growth for your life, showing up as blessings, breakthroughs, and miracles in the truth of who you are in every way. Balancing yourself and living duality, balance in reality in every way. I love you all and have a beautiful day.